But the other side of the story, at the top of the table, Liverpool have missed the opportunity to keep the pace with Arsenal on 77. They stay on 74. They can only get 12 more points to add to those 74. And as you can see, Manchester City with 2 games in hand, the first of those on Thursday night at the Amex against Brighton. And Liverpool have failed to score away from home in the Premier League for the first time in over a year. Can they win the title from here, or is that it? Gone?
I think that's it. Gone, personally. 3 points isn't insurmountable, but you look at the goal difference, Steve, you might as well call it 4 points now. And I can't see Arsenal slipping up twice. Certainly can't see Manchester City doing the same thing. So I think it's an uphill struggle now for Liverpool. Really frustrating tonight, really frustrating. Definitely the chances to win the game. Hats off to Everton. They defended really well and took their chances when they had them, but it's the same problem for Liverpool in the last few games. You know, if you can't finish your chances, then you're going nowhere, and that's been the Achilles heel in the last few games for them.
What a night as they go and debate that one on the red and blue side of Merseyside. What a week, what a statement from Arsenal on Tuesday to win the London derby against Chelsea by 5 goals to 0. And tonight, Wolves are now 6 without a win. Bournemouth moving on upwards in impressive fashion. 2 more points, and they have their record Premier League total now under Andrea Iraola. Crystal Palace have won 3 in a row under Oliver Glasner, and Mateta has got another 2 goals, but that's a blow to Eddie Howe and Newcastle in their European hopes. We've just brought you the Merseyside derby. Another topsy-turvy night for Manchester United. They were 2-1 down at home to the bottom club Sheffield United at one stage, but not for the first time this season. Bruno Fernandes has helped them. Goals for him, 7 in 5. They've won it by 4 goals to 2. Now it's all eyes on Thursday night on the reigning champions, Manchester City. Can they close that gap? The first of those 2 games in hand away at the Amex against Brighton. And that is where Manchester City will look to change the top of the table. But Liverpool have failed to do so tonight. Just their 4th defeat all season, unable to match Arsenal on 77 points. They stay on 74, and you can see, as Michael quite rightly says, between themselves and Arsenal, it's virtually another point because of the 15-goal difference with those two. City can go above Liverpool and within 1 of Arsenal if they beat Brighton, and of course they will still have a game in hand. Manchester United up to 6th with those 3 points. Newcastle down to 7th, 15 points still to play for in the race for Europe there. Bournemouth into the top 10. But that is what the Evertonians will be screenshotting tonight. It's very different to a few weeks ago when that second points deduction came in, but they are 8 points clear of Luton, who, of course, they still have to play on that Friday night at Kenilworth Road. Luton and Everton both 12 points like Nottingham Forest still to play for. Brentford are next opponents for Everton, and suddenly if Everton beat Brentford on Saturday, they're above Thomas Frank's side in the table. Sheffield United into the remain 16 points, 24 defeats all season, 92 goals they've conceded. That's an unwanted new Premier League record as well, and there is a possibility they could be mathematically relegated this coming weekend. Much to digest. 2 very big sides to that Merseyside derby story. The red one, the negative. The blue one, very much a positive. And all the reaction.
I don't know about Don, but it's my first experience winning the derby. First at home. Great atmosphere, great application from the lads, and thoroughly deserved it. It was a massive win. Not for the rivalry. It's in the league as well, and we keep pushing, and hard work pays off.
You matched everything that was thrown your way tonight.
You've got to get your rewards with a goal. Team, we keep building.
Yeah, Dom, it's been such a tough season for you, what with injuries and everything else, but you come back, you've got such a lead. What does it mean for you, being that Everton number 9?
Been asked that question a few times. It's everything, it's what I've worked for, it's where I wanted to be, and it's where I want to be, so I just see it as a great privilege. Pressure is a privilege, and it's my responsibility to carry that, and it's nice when you work hard and, like George says, you get the reward with a goal.
But what does it mean on nights like this?
Well, it's extra special, isn't it? You know, local derby. I've been here long enough to know what it means to the fans, know what it means to me, you know, and a great result given the circumstances. Where we are in the league, we needed a massive 3 points and everything kind of came together tonight.
How much did the support help you as well get over the line? Because it was intense out there, the atmosphere, it's still going.
Yeah, it was electric and I felt it at the end. It's not been like that for a while, you know, it's extra special. And I think to do that on a night like this, it's a great experience and a great memory for everyone and I'm from.
And Jordan, on nights like this, when you look at the league table and what you're doing here,
No, I think it obviously will, but we can't ease off. We've got to keep pushing, keep working hard, recover and get ready for Saturday, another big game. You know, pushes us way even further up the table.
You must be so close though now. You must be.
Oh, I don't know.
He's happier than he looks. He's happier than he looks.
He's tired.
But no, enjoy it, and the mental side of it takes it out of you, and you've got to be in the game against top sides, and great win for the fans and for us and for the club.
2010, the last time a Merseyside derby was won here at Goodison. Mikel Arteta was one of the goal scorers that night. Do you think he'll have a little bit of a jig at this result?
Yeah, well, not anymore, is it? You know, we've won tonight, so Calvert-Lewin was the goal scorer and Jared Branthwaite. So we'll look to kick on from that and put all them records and things like that to bed and, you know, continue to win more derbies.
Yeah, it's your night. You're going to own it, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant stuff. He's player of the match. Dominic, would you like to do the award?
Well done, son. Congrats, hard work.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Thank you very much.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, player of the match, and we will talk about him a little bit later on. But overall, in terms of that performance, when we heard the players saying all the right things, this is just about the points in the league. Yes, it's a bit special, trying to keep their emotions in check. But they will be so buoyed by this as they head into the latter stage of the season, particularly because it was so well deserved.
Virgil, it's always like this, raw, emotive, but what did you make of that performance? So many mistakes out there from...
And you know, look at their own performance. If they really give everything and do they really want to win the league? You know, games after the night, but if you play like we did overall in the game, winning challenges and giving the ref an opportunity to give a free kick like he did many times, no chance to win the title. And like I said, it's a tough one, and obviously, you know, we have to do much better against a side that's playing for against relegation. And yeah, now it's time to focus on the 12:30 kickoff again.
You did concede a lot of free kicks, but it just looked like in the end that you just ran out of ideas.
Yeah, I think, you know, you try to force things, and I think we give too many crosses where they can just clear it quite easily. And I still think we had in the first half clear-cut chances that we should have scored, but eventually, you know, we weren't good enough. And it started with the fight, and like I said, we all have to do much better, and we can't let the season go out like tonight and the first half against Crystal Palace especially. That was also very disappointed. And like I said, we you know, we have to do much better in every sense, and you know, it's a tough one today.
When you say you have to do much better and you don't want the season to go out the way that it seems to be doing at the moment, what do you put that down to?
I wish I had a proper answer for that, but you know, we're in this situation because we have been very consistent throughout the whole season. Even with all the injuries that we had, the players that come in did the job, and the young players that contributed, and obviously we're in a good position. I think anyone in the start of the season would have never thought that we are competing for at least for the title. But listen, you know, I don't care what everyone says in the start of the season. We are here now, and we all have to, you know, do much better. And it sounds pretty simple, but it starts with the fight, and starts with, you know, the will to win your challenges and be confident in scoring a goal, and that's why we've been lacking a little bit. And you know, it's a combination of a lot of things that not falling in its place. And obviously, last game, I think the Fulham game was still a good improvement, but today in so many ways. You know, and I don't even want to speak about the ref because that's not an excuse. You know, we have to do much better.
You were just outfought there, weren't you, tonight?
Sorry?
Just outfought there tonight.
Yeah, unnecessary, because obviously, you know, these games especially is always a big fight, and something that we shouldn't have lost, in my opinion.
Very lastly, you mentioned the title and the challenge that you're in. Do you consider yourself still to be in it?
Well, if we play like today, then we have no chance to consider ourselves in the title race, and we have to just focus on the next game, and that will be a tough one anyway again, and then we'll see.
Thank you for your time, Virgil.
Thank you very much.
What a derby this is, especially if you're a Blue. This is exactly what you wanted from Everton in the first half.
Yeah, I think they've been great. I think obviously we knew Liverpool were going to have possession of the ball, but I think the defenders, they've been compact, but at the right time, been aggressive enough. I think Calvert-Lewin's been great at leading the line for Everton. Harrison, not so much with the ball, but the work rate he's putting in to try and double up and help out. And they've made it into a, as I said before the game, they've got the fans involved. They've made it into a real derby, and Everton have showed that. I think Liverpool have been a bit shocked, to be honest.
Did they look shocked when they conceded that goal? Because Everton seemed to use all of that determination and aggression to create the opportunity.
Yeah, we've seen this, it must have been 5 or 6 times Everton have won the first contact in the penalty area. Liverpool will know this. This is one of Everton's biggest strengths. And this goal, the way Liverpool defend this, it's schoolboy really, but Everton have put them under pressure, and I think they've come in at half-time, deserved the lead.
Jamie, Liverpool defending.
Awful. Really, I mean, how many times Liverpool have given free kicks away? I mean, that is the name of the game for Everton. Everton have been fantastic, certainly with the set pieces. They've looked like scoring on every single one. But the amount of times Liverpool have given fouls away in their own half, and Canate here is just, I mean, what is he doing? He doesn't know where he is, he just sticks a leg out it, but Everton definitely deserved to go in front and deserved to get a goal from a set piece, because they could have been down before that. There was obviously a great save from the goalkeeper. This time he can't keep it out, but the naivety of Liverpool in terms of how you play a derby game. Listen, we can see it's onside there. There was a check for it. They got away with one just before that, Liverpool with the penalty, but as we can see, it was onside. But it doesn't. Forget this Everton game. Whenever you come to Goodison as a Liverpool player, there's 2 or 3 rules that you always do. You don't give silly fouls away and get the crowd up, and you move the ball on quickly and don't let tackles come in. And in McAllister in midfield, who's been fantastic for Liverpool this season, he's given so many fouls away and he's taking too long on the ball, and he's allowing people to tackle him, and it lifts the crowd. But I would say the last 10 or 15 minutes, if Liverpool carry on like that, they will get back into the game.
There have been chances, but it's what you talked about before the game, Daniel, in terms of composure.
Yeah, I mean, build-up play is nice here, but I'm keeping it funky with you, man. He's got to put it to the side of the goalkeeper there. He's snatched at the ball, he's just smashed it straight. Keeping it real, you've got to slide it. Aim for a corner, like, look up, see, you've got more time than you probably think sometimes. This one, again, more of a connection on the ball, aim for a corner again. I think sometimes players don't think I'm aiming for somewhere, they just want to get it on target, and I think choose a side, try and guide it somewhere. Here maybe the touch could have been a little bit better. Even Mo, you know, snatching at chances as well. I'm a little bit surprised because they have had good opportunities, but it seems as if they are a little bit shell-shocked, maybe a bit tired. I'm not sure what it is, but Everton have been brilliant. We have to give them credit in the first half. Certainly the first 30 minutes, they were probably the better team by far, for sure.
I think Liverpool at the best is when you play with intensity, and I think what we're seeing now is a little bit like how Man City play, where they're moving the ball, but Man City are used to that. That's how they play, that's how they break teams down. Liverpool have to play with more intensity if they want to get back in the game, and Everton have to keep doing what they've been doing.
And Luton, because they lead Liverpool by 1-0, and in doing so, of course, putting a huge dent, as it stands, in Liverpool's title challenge, because they would miss the opportunity to go level on points with leaders Arsenal. It's not since Leon Osman was playing has Everton won a Goodison derby, but they have their noses in front, courtesy of Jared Branthwaite.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a scrappy goal. I mean, I thought Everton started the game well. I thought they won every first contact on a set piece for the first half an hour of the game. And I thought they put Liverpool under real pressure, but this was literally just keeping the ball alive, being first to react, trying to keep it in the penalty area. And then just when you needed a touch of composure, I thought Jared Branthwaite showed it, but the defending left a bit to be desired.
Yeah, it's a horrible goal from Liverpool's point of view. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold will look at some of his great moments probably at the end of the game, but I just don't understand why he's not in a back four position here. They're defending, and he's almost... Well, he didn't want to win that header, really. He thought he was going to get clattered. We see he's just onside. I think Konate is playing everyone onside. There's a lot of missed kicks, a lot of ricochets. You know, Konate with the last one, and then the ball just dribbles over the line. Calvert-Lewin was there just in case it didn't, but it did go over the line. But it was a scruffy goal, as you say, Leon. But, you know, they did keep it recycled. They kept the pressure on, and at that point, they were putting a bit of pressure on Liverpool. However, the worm turned a little bit, and Everton were really hanging on at the end and were desperate for the half-time whistle.
They were, but yet again, we're sitting here, and I'm going to ask you, how have Liverpool not taken one of these chances?
Chances Liverpool are missing in recent times is just unbelievable. I mean, there's a couple of them that I'm pulling my hair at. I mean, this is good. Mo Salah couldn't do any more, put it into the danger zone. Great defending by Everton. I've got no problem with that. That's brilliant defending by Godfrey. However, some of them are just shocking attacking. I mean, this finishing. How Nunez can chip the goalkeeper away at Brentford from inside the penalty box, show all that composure, and then when you get to 7 yards out, you just smack it down the throat of the goalkeeper when you've got half the goal to aim at. I mean, it just defies belief. Again, in this situation, I mean, yeah, I get it. That's a volley, so you've got to play a little bit safe. But what about this? Awful touch. That should be a miss kick again. I mean, these are world-class players. You know, it's so frustrating for Liverpool fans around the world. They're seeing their team create so many chances, and a lot of it's basic. You don't miss-kick the ball. You don't smack the ball from 7 yards out and you've got half the goal to aim at, and you just close your eyes and smack it as hard as you can. That's not finishing. Yeah, like one moment a few weeks ago, he shows the most composure I've ever seen on a football pitch. And then the least 2 minutes later, it's like, I just don't get it. How can you do that? I mean, he can finish. We've seen it. And then you get into that situation, you just smack it down the goalkeeper's throat. It's unbelievable how they've gone from being so good to so bad in front of goal. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand the frustration. From an Everton point of view, that's a big save. I mean, he stood up big. He's made sure he was in the right position. I mean, for the majority of these Liverpool chances, there's been some passing array from Trent Alexander-Arnold. The way they've picked through Everton, and that's what Everton need to watch out for. They need, I've said before the game, they need the goalkeeper to make big saves at times. If Everton get over the line this game, they'll look back and give Jordan Pickford a big pat on the back because, yes, from Liverpool's point of view, it's a chance that you really have to take, but your goalkeeper's in there to make saves, and those two in particular were outstanding.
He is. I just can't bring myself to say that's a good set. I mean, how we can't even be talking about a goalkeeper in that situation. How he's even given the goalkeeper any chance whatsoever when you've got half the goal to aim at from 7 yards is beyond me. But, yeah, go on, I'll say it. He's kept them in the game, Pickford.
Anh đang trốn đấy anh. Có kìa em đủ đây. Tiếp tục. Có hai người với nhau mà. Ok, Thành ơi, xả bóng họ đi, Thành ơi. Đâu rồi anh? Nhưng mà hai người đùng vào à? Tay đâu, tay của hai người. Sớm đi, sớm đi. Đá đi, mất đuổi đi. Đá đi, tập trung đá đi, tập trung đá đi, tập trung đá đi. Đây nè. Di chuyển đi, di chuyển đi. Sao về đây hết vậy? Ông ơi, bỏ bóng. Có đủ người lên. Bớt nói đi anh em ơi.